Welcome back to Sparks and Recreation. Obviously, we have this now. Wasn't here a week ago, so we should probably explain what happened, how we ended up with it, and what kind of led to the point that we're at now. Alright guys, so there's three main things we need to discuss in this video. First off, what happened to the flip series of taking $2,000, flipping it until we can buy one of these outright. Second, the most common question I get asked is, how old are you and what do you do? And the third thing is, what's the plan for this car? Are you keeping it? First off, we'll talk about the flip series. We had made it through 5 cars, and we had made about $10,000 from the initial 2. The problem with the whole situation that we ran into is we could not predict what's going to happen in the world. They gave out stimulus checks to everybody, which means that people had money to spend. When you have money to spend, price of goods goes up. The cost of cars at where we buy them from wholesale has gone up between like 50% to sometimes even 100%. Last month I only bought 4 cars instead of 30 like I normally would, so I left very few cars to flip. I do still have one behind this SRT8 over here. It's already paid for, it's just sitting there waiting for somebody to buy it. So the plan will be is we're going to keep the series going, but instead of buying the car at the end, we've already bought the car and I'm going to pay the car off. I'll explain that right now. I've had Mopars since I was 21 years old. I have a 75 Dodge Dart that everybody in this area knows as Joe Dart. We've had it forever. I've done tons of work to it over the years, keeping it going. Obviously, I'm a Mopar guy at heart. I sell Subarus mainly as our main business, but this is kind of my passion. For a couple years, we've had the ability to buy one of these, but we have other car payments. My wife has like a newer van that we just recently paid off. I have a truck that's like a 2500 that we use for plowing and towing and stuff that I had a payment on. The plan initially was pay those both off and then have this so that you can make up the payments by having one car that's fun and have another one's paid off. Anyways, my wife came up with that idea. She goes, why don't you just flip cars and then we can have it and not have any payments? And I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Problem is I'm having a hard time doing that in any timely manner, and the market on these, in the last month, these have gone up 25 to 40% in value. So what was the plan of spending 80 to 100,000 for exactly what I wanted is now risen. And to put it like kind of a perspective to it, we had 3 of these in our cart on Car Gurus at 1 in the morning. By the next morning, all 3 were gone, and the ones that were relisted are between 100 and 120,000 for a car that was only 80,000 literally the day before. New book, so NADA, Kelly Blue Book, Black Book, all that comes out once a month. I was able to get a hold of a dealer who would sell it to me at previous book before the new book came out because he needed to get rid of it. It is a very rare color. It's called Hellraisin. It's one of the 2 colors I really wanted. I could not find crimson, so here we are. I'm actually glad we decided to go with this because I get more compliments on this color than any car I've ever driven in my life. So we're going to keep the same plan as we had before, where basically we're going to take the money, break it down, show how much we have available. We're going to start at how much of the car is paid off. I'll explain in the next flip series video that this is the starting point of what we paid for the car, and what we were able to put against it is the down payment, because obviously we took the money that we had from the flip series, put it as the down payment to put towards the car. We're going to pay it off as soon as possible. Sorry, we had a tractor trailer drive by and it's super loud so you can't hear me. Anyways, so that's the basic gist of what happened with the flip series and what we're going to be doing with it. Section 2, who am I? What do we do? I opened a car dealership about 6.5 years ago at the age of 26. Me and my wife have run it the first couple years by ourselves. At this point, we have a technician that works for us, and we own a repair facility that's down the road from this show lot that we're at now. I was the pizza delivery boy before that, so it's not like I ever came from much of anything. Just a normal family. It's entirely possible to buy something like this at the age of 32 as long as you are cheap and frugal. There are many, many years that I drove around Chevy Aveos when I had WRXs and STIs on the lot. I've driven a PT Cruiser for the last year because I am trying to not have payments and save as much money as possible. When you are a car dealer, you can't just keep every fun car that you get. Obviously, you can drive them, but you need to sell them because that's what's bringing in the customers to make you the money. This is kind of the reward of being not a complete pain in the ass to my wife of keeping every fun car that we've come across. Now we have ours that we can keep for a long time. I can get more detail if you really are interested, but that's the basic gist of what we do. And part 3 is, are we keeping it? Yeah, we're keeping it. I have the registration in my name. I kind of want to get so this SRT8 over here has a real nasty Corsa exhaust on it. I would like to do the similar exhaust system for this, a leg maker intake, and possibly a pulley and tune at some point. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it how it is because it's super reliable. And like my buddy's got one of these with 99,000 miles on it. It's only 2 years old. It's never skipped a beat. So if you don't beat on them, they will last a long time. I'll show you a quick video of what it sounds like, and I mean, if you're following the channel already, you might have already seen the video. I'm just going to link the 50-second video of how it sounds at the end of this. Thanks, guys.